it you know, us Mavs fans nowadays, we just got to take what we can get and don't throw a fit. The Knicks have been like the 96 Chicago Bulls to the Dallas Mavericks for the better since the KP trade. So coming out today, a weird game. 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time start time. You look like shit in the first half, and you pull away in the second half playing against Brunson. Something to be happy about. Something to be excited about. Me no like that. So anytime Jane Hardy gets to play, good. It's good. Anytime Jane Hardy gets out on the court, that's cause for celebration. Mavericks win. Let's talk about it, okay? Because this game, I think, perfectly encapsulates this entire season for the Dallas Mavericks. First half was horrendous. It was absolutely terrible. Your effort level was garbage. Not locked in defensively at all. I thought that mainly, and I got in a lot of trouble for saying this during the stream, but mainly Luka Doncic did not play well at all in the first half, and it went beyond not playing well. I think he finished the half with 10 points, right? So that makes this much more impressive. But it was the effort. It was really bad. The team was just not locked in, and it just looked like another one of these games for the Dallas Mavericks. Like, let's just look at the first half stats. Luka was 3 of 11 from the field with 11 points, minus 13, which was a team worst in the first half. And something happened at halftime. I think finally, I love you too, Ultra. I think finally what happened, chairs started to get thrown in the locker room. I said this, and I've said this, it won't be a trade that'll change the season for the Mavericks. It won't be, they're doing this, this, and this. What it will be is somebody throwing a fucking chair across the locker room, somebody punching a hole in a wall, somebody yelling, right? Somebody snapping a clipboard in half. Because the second half started, and the team just looked completely and totally different. The defense was absolutely locked in. Like, let's just look at the third quarter. First and foremost, you win the third quarter 41-15. I mean, that was a beating. We haven't seen a Mavs killer run like that probably like damn near the whole season. Because that's what it was. It was killer. It was cutthroat. They came out firing on all cylinders in the second half. The Mavs did, and it was just like a murderous rage almost took over the team. Like, they were embarrassing the Knicks. Luka in the third quarter had 19 points on 8 of 10, had 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Like, just so much better in that second half. And that's why you get frustrated, man. Like, that's where a lot of the frustration stems from. That's what that's just where they just hit their threes. I mean, that's true, but they also were so much more locked in defensively. I keep seeing people say this, like, discrediting what the Mavericks did in the second half is, oh, well, they just hit their threes. Like, finally, the threes started to fall, and that's true. They shot fucking 61 threes, 61 three-point attempts, and they made 24 of them. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to lose games when you're shooting that well. And yes, they did make threes, which is great. But, I like, defensively, the effort was just so much better. Bro, they low-key did just hit their threes. Yeah, that's true, but defensively, it looked night and day. And that just led to a whole bunch of other things. They were getting out and running, right? They finished the game with 100 shots, which is crazy for the Mavericks. This is the slowest paced team in the league, and they were just flying out there today. It was an effort thing. They actually out-rebounded the Knicks. 50 rebounds for the Knicks, 45 for the did I say 45 or 40? 45 for the Knicks. You out-rebounded, team rebounding. And again, the defense, it wasn't like I've seen this year, to be honest with you. Like, they were much more locked in, much more focused. The bench was hyped. That was the most hype I've seen the bench in a long time. They forced 19 turnovers, 100%. And in that third quarter alone, you forced 6. That's a great number. That's an absolutely great number. And you hold the Knicks to 26% from the field in that third quarter. You get 2 blocks, both of them from Luka. Just fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff, man. Let's look at these blocks. All it takes is one swipe to win. No thanks. Here's Brunson. Breaks up that play. Nice play by Luka. The team just goes as your best player goes. We were talking about that in the chat. Like, when your whole team is locked in. I mean, look at the bench. When your best player is locked in defensively, everything else starts to fall into place. So that was good to see. I'm really happy with what I saw today. Jaden Hardy got to go out there. He got his first NBA points. Love to see it. Little scoop and score, left-handed layup, beautiful. And he actually got his first 3 as well. So 5 points for Jaden Hardy. His per 36 stats are through the fucking roof. The rookie. And then, of course, you have this. The Luka and Brunson embrace after the game. Between the Mavericks and Jalen Brunson. Love to see it. Brunson was not good in this game, unfortunately. I really wanted to see a Luka, Jalen Brunson back and forth battle, but we did not see that. But the third quarter was an absolute masterclass for Luka. And I was saying, Luka, second half, we need to see you show the world why you're the best player in the league. And he did that. I mean, it was literally an absolute masterclass. Just good to see. And this is why there's frustration with the Mavericks as a team. Frustration at times with Luka, because we know they're capable of doing shit like this. Like, yes, I guess you could boil it all down to, oh, they just made the shots. Well, yeah, that's part of the fucking frustration, because we know they can make their shots. But it's also an effort thing. Just good to see the Mavericks like this. Luka gets a guy on his hip, it's over. Tim Hardaway Jr., I'm sorry, I was unfamiliar with your game. Like, that's beautiful. THJ was unbelievable in this game, man. Like, it was crazy. Tim Hardaway Jr. since joining the starting lineup has actually been great, and I of course was very hard on him. It was very like, get Tim Hardaway out of here. But man, he's been great. And we know when he's hot, he's hot. That's who he's been his whole career. When he is locked in, it's the basket is an ocean. He just cannot miss. And they were going to him. They were running plays for him when he was hot. It was beautiful to see. When Tim Hardaway's hot and draining threes like this, you have a very good chance of winning. Pulling up in transition, boom. Of course, it was a revenge game. I pointed out it was a revenge game for Tim, and somebody in the chat said it's a revenge game for the entire roster. Because half the fucking Mavs roster were former Knicks players. But again, you shoot 39% from 3 on 61 attempts. Like, it's going to be hard to lose games like that. You force 19 turnovers. Beautiful. You win the rebounding battle. Awesome. 5 blocks, 7 steals. That second half was just a masterclass performance. It was. And Luka, 29 minutes. That's great, man. Great that you get a win. Luka can finally sit in the fourth. You get Jaden Hardy out there. Josh Green, I thought, was great in his minutes again. Like, Josh Green's here. It's time. Like, he's ready to go. I think he's ready to be a starter. He's ready to close games. He's 100% ready. He just looks so much more confidence. Like, look at that. That's just a beautiful pass. Like, Josh Green is, when he's out there with Dinwiddie's much more of a shooting guard. But when Josh Green's out there, he's like our playmaker almost. You know what I mean? But Dinwiddie did have 9 assists in this game. Dinwiddie had 9 assists. He almost had a triple-double. I thought Dinwiddie played really, really well. Here's Dinwiddie lobbing it up to Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell going up and getting it. Ah! And here's Dinwiddie. What do you guys think? Is this an assist? Off the glass? I think that's an assist easily. I don't think Dinwiddie wasn't trying to score there. That was definitely an assist. Here's Luka picking off a Brunson pass. Again, Brunson just not a good game. Not a good game for the Knicks in general. I really wanted the Luka JB duel, but we did not see that, unfortunately. So 30 for Luka, 17, 9, and 9 for Spencer Dinwiddie. 0 turnovers as well. Plus 35, team best. Love to see it. Tim Hardaway again, 8 of 13 from deep. Masterclass for him. Dodo had a bad game. I mean, he's got to pick it up for sure. Reggie made a couple of threes at the end of the game, which is good. Like 3 of 7, we'll take that for sure. Need to see him let the ball go down. Like people are mad that he was shooting down the stretch and on Hardy. I want to see Reggie get some shots to go. Like, it's good for Reggie to see some baskets get made. Again, Hardy with 5 points on 5 shots. There you go, Rook. Keep shooting. And Josh Green, I thought, was fantastic in the game. I just did. I thought he had a good game. Maxey had a good game as well, making some threes. Maxey's just been really good lately defensively. He has been. I think your best starting 5 right now, like if I were to say, I mean, given the way that Tim's been playing, but like if I had to make a starting 5 right now with this team, it would be Luka, Josh Green, You have to keep Dorian out there. Maxey and Seawood. I think no, it would probably be Luka. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Because Tim Hardaway Jr. has actually kind of forced the issue a little bit here. Look at Dinwiddie's highlights, either an assist or a score. Dinwiddie suits more off the bench. He's the first option on the floor. He's more confident with his game. I do kind of agree. Like, Dinwiddie's better suited coming off the bench. But it's actually interesting. Like, the Mavs on-off stuff with Dinwiddie's really, really bad. But he was good today. Julius Randle had 24 points. He had 20 at halftime. So 4 points in the second half for Julius Randle. You know, his shot was falling early, but they did a really good job on him in the second half. Jalen Brunson went 13 points. It just wasn't a very good game for him. 3 turnovers, only 3 assists. I don't know. Just not a great game for Brunson, unfortunately. RJ only had 9 shots. Quentin Grimes did a good job early against Luka defensively, but third quarter, Luka just, again, asserted his dominance. That's where the frustration comes from. Powell's great in this game. No love for Dwight. Okay, Dwight Powell was good in this game as well. 6 points, 7 rebounds, plus 16. Dwight Powell doing Dwight Powell things. 23 for Quickly off the bench. A lot of garbage time stuff for Quickly. Yeah, kind of just an icky performance. An icky performance for the Knicks. But the Mavericks, a much needed win on the road. Only their second road win of the season. Only their second road win of the season. Their first one since October. So a much needed game against the Knicks. A Knicks team that usually kills you. Like this seemed like a classic Mavs loss against Brunson, Knicks, road game, 11:30 a.m. start time. In the first half, it looked like that's exactly what we were getting. And I was on edge. I was getting in a fucking war with my chat. But nice win. Hopefully the Mavericks can build on it. They got a tough game Monday against the Suns. That would be a huge win.